All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Bruce from the Epic Experiment in Garbage or Great, and tonight we're doing another deck tech. We are doing deck tech for one of my precons. So I often get asked the question by somebody who's new, what would you recommend I play? Oftentimes, someone shows up to Commander Night. They don't necessarily have a deck, or they're not sure what to do. They're not familiar with the format. Like, they've played, but they haven't played recently. So they go, well, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. Where do I begin? So I often lend this out as the deck I give to someone who's maybe returning to the game and not really sure quite where to begin. I lend this one out. This is Arahbo, Roar of the World. So this is a pre-constructed deck that was, I think, 2017. So it was quite a number of years ago now. It's coming up on 10 years. This particular set is known as the year they had Eminence. So in that same cycle, there was the Dragon, there was Edgar Markov, there was, what else at Eminence that was particularly problematic? There was a couple more. And so the Eminence ability is a problematic mechanic because of the fact it triggers from when your commander's in the command zone, whether it's on the battlefield or not. So it just continues to trigger. Now, I like Arahbo because it actually, makes it pretty clear what you're supposed to do with Arahbo. So, Arahbo, Roar of the World, 3 green white for a 5/5 legendary creature cat avatar. With Eminence, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if Arahbo, Roar of the World is in the command zone or on the battlefield, another target cat gets +3/+3 until end of turn. So, whether Arahbo's on the battlefield or not, one of your cats is going to get bigger. Whenever another cat you control attacks, you may pay 1 white green. If you do, it gains trample and it gets +X/+X, where X is his power. So you can stack that ability and make one of your cats really, really big. All right. Now, it had 2 other alternate commanders that you could run. You had Miri Weatherlight Duelist, so 1 white green for a 3/2 legendary creature cat warrior with first strike. Whenever Miri Weatherlight Duelist attacks, each opponent can't block with more than 1 creature this combat. As long as Miri Weatherlight Duelist is tapped, no more than 1 creature can attack you each combat. So you can, make it really hard for an opponent to attack you with Miri is tapped or attacking. And then we have Nizan Revered Bladesmith, so 4 white green for a 5/4 legendary creature cat artificer. When Nizan Revered Bladesmith enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment card and reveal it. If you reveal a card named Hammer of Nizan this way, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card into your hand, then shuffle your library. Whenever equipped creature you control attacks, you may tap target creature defending player controls. So all 3 of those commanders, very much lean into the idea of cats. I have left my commander as Arahbo. I've seen other people use Miri or Nizan as the commander as well, but I like Arahbo because you can still have a player who's new to the game and they get value out of their commander. Like, oh, that's why my commander is important. And I think that's a really important part of having somebody recognize what makes Commander uniquely distinct from other formats. Now, I don't love the Eminence mechanic, but I think on Arahbo it's fairly straightforward and doesn't skew the game terribly. All right, let's talk about the ramp packers that came in the deck. All right, so in the deck was some pretty nutty stuff. So we have a Sol Ring. That's not nutty, but pre-constructed decks always come with a Sol Ring. So, Sol Ring. We have a Dreamstone Hedron. So 6 mana for an artifact. Tap to add triple colorless to your mana pool. 3 tap, sacrifice Dreamstone Hedron. Draw 3 cards. Okay, I guess. We have a Cultivate. This is a classic. We have Hedron Archive. Hedron Archive 4. Tap to add 2 colorless to your mana pool. And 2 tap, sacrifice Hedron Archive, draw 2 cards. Okay. We have Abundance. And this isn't really ramp, but if this is a way to make sure that you don't miss your land drops. So 2 green enchantment. If you would draw a card, you may instead choose land or non-land card. Reveal cards to the top of your library until you reveal a card of the chosen kind. Put that card in your hand and put all the cards revealed this way on the bottom of your library. So if you need a land, let's say you need to hit your 5th land drop, you've got Abundance on the battlefield, you say, I want to pick land, you're going to be guaranteed to go find a land card. All right, handy, great way to make sure that new players don't get wrenched on their mana. Traverse the Outlands. 4 and a green, search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Put those cards onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. All right. We have Nissa's Pilgrimage. So 2 and a green, sorcery, search your library for the 2 basic forest cards, reveal those cards, and put 1 onto the battlefield tapped and the rest into your hand, then shuffle your library. And a Spell Mastery, if there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, search your library for up to 3 basic forest cards instead of 2. Alright. We have a Zendikar Resurgent. This is kind of nutty. 5 green for an enchantment. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana to your mana pool of any type that land produced. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. So it's a draw engine, and it doubles your mana production. So if people resolve this card, this game, like, usually this quickly gets out of hand, and people die very readily because you've just gone into something crazy. And Mirari's Wake fits in the same mold. So 3 white-green for an enchantment. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana to your mana pool of any type that land produced. So you double your mana production yet again. All right, so quite a number of ramp pieces. It's pretty reasonable on the whole. Next, let's look at our interaction and before we start looking at cats and other things. All right, so Relic Crush. So 4 and a green, instant, destroy destroy target artifact or enchantment and up to 1 other target artifact or enchantment. This is a little overpriced now, but you know it says what it does, and it's pretty reasonable for a new player. Divine Reckoning, 2 white. Each player chooses a creature he or she controls, destroy the rest. And you can flash back for 5 white. So you pick your best cat, keep it, leave Arahbo in the command zone to get the pump, and then you can wipe the board away. White Sun Zenith, so X, white. Create X 2/2 white cat creature tokens. Shuffle White Sun Zenith into its owner's library. Not a board wipe, but good way to get lots of cats on the battlefield. Wing Shards, 1 white, instant. Target player sacrifices an attacking creature, and it has Storm. So if you can get this to, if you have cast a couple of spells, you can get a couple of effects. It usually is just one instance of it, but sometimes you get more. Condemn, single white, put target attacking creature on the bottom of its owner's library. Its controller gains life equal to its toughness. So in Commander, it's often just about as good as removing it to tuck it on the bottom. So pretty good. And then we have Route, so 3 white for a sorcery. You may cast Route as though it had flash. You pay 2 more to cast it. Destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated. Okay, handy. We have a little bit of card draw down here. Not a whole lot, because at the time when they were building this, they weren't really good on green card draw. But you can still get there. So 2 green, draw 3 cards, sort for our Harmonize. We have a Soul's Majesty. Draw cards equal to the power of target creature you control. So for 5 and a green. We have a Staff and Nin. I haven't seen this in ages. So 6. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. And then 6, tap, Staff and Nin deals 1 damage to target creature or player. That would probably be out if I was looking to retool this. And then Kindred Summons. 5 green, instant, choose target creature type. Reveal cards at the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards. The chosen type, where X is the number of creatures you control that type. Put those cards onto the battlefield and shuffle the rest of the revealed cards into your library. So you can go and get a whole lot of cats and put them onto the battlefield. Okay, now this deck really wants to play out as an artifact equipment deck. So green-white equipment deck, sort of in the same scheme as Nazan. So let's go look at some of the artifacts that are in this list. All right, so we have Herald's Horn. So Herald's Horn is actually a pretty decent piece of card advantage. 3, as Herald's Horn enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. So you're going to pick Cat. Creature spells with the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. So if I reveal a cat, I can get it and draw it in my hand, which I guess is cool, but generally speaking, not what I do. There's our Hammer of Nazan. So 4 for legendary art equipment. When Hammer of Nazan or another equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control. Equip creature has +2/+0 and has indestructible, and equip for 4. Behemoth Sledge, 1 white-green equipment artifact. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has lifelink and trample, and equip 3. Loxodon Warhammer, so 3 artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has trample and lifelink, and equip for 3. So right here you've got 3 really big chunkers that are going to just help people smash through indestructible and lifelink. Quiet as Spike, 3 for an equipment. Equipped creature has Death Touch. Whenever equipped creature deals damage to combat damage to a player, that player loses half of his or her life rounded up, equipped 3. People hate this card and want to make sure that that creature never touches them. Sword of the Animus. So 2 legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creature attacks, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Equipped for 2. We have a grappling hook. So 4 equipment artifact. Equipped creature has double strike. Whenever equipped creature attacks, you may have target creature block it this turn if able. And equip 4. All right. Handy. Double strike is always good. It makes people really regret attacking or letting you attack. Argentum Armors. For 6 for an equipment. Equipped creature gets +6/+6. Whenever equipped creature attacks, destroy target permanent. And he's equipped for 6. So this is also doubles as a form of removal. We've got a Skull Clamp, so single mana, equipped creature gets +1/-1. Whenever equipped creature dies, draw 2 cards and equip 1. We have an Heirloom Blade, so 3 for an equipment artifact. Equipped creature gets +3/+1. Whenever equipped creature dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card that shares a card type with it. Put that card into your hand, the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order, and equips for 1. So handy, make sure that when a cat dies, you go get another cat. Yes, please. Bloodforged Battle Axe. 1 equipment artifact. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token as a copy of Bloodforged Battle Axe and equip for 2. This can get really crazy, and you can make things like all sorts of equipped stuff. And then Sword of Vengeance, so 3 for an equipment artifact. Equipped creature +2/+0 and first strike, vigilance, trample, and haste, and equip for 3. So you're going to give something a whole lot of buff just from smashing people. We also have a couple of other pieces that don't really fit in with the cats so much, but they are just generically good. Curse of Bounty, 1 and a green, enchant player. So it's a curse. Whenever enchanted player is attacked, untap all non-land permanents you control. Each opponent attacking that player untaps all non-land permanents he or she controls. So it's a pretty handy way to actually get ahead. You can attack with creatures and then untap them on the because you've already dealt damage to them. So it's kind of handy. Lightning Greaves and Swiftfoot Boots to protect your commander or valuable creature and give them haste. All right. Let's talk about the cats that came in the list, and we'll talk about what I've added to the list. All right, so we've got things like Temur Sabertooth. Temur Sabertooth, 2 green for a 4/3 creature cat. 1 and a green, you may return another creature you control to its owner's hand. If you do, Temur Sabertooth gains indestructible in a turn. This is really handy to protect against board wipes. You can, Temur Sabertooth shields up, return the thing that you really want to your hand, and it gives you some protection and some insurance. Kasali Prime Mage, green and a white for a 2/2, legendary creature cat wizard with Exalted. 1, sacrifice Kasali Prime Mage, destroy target artifact or enchantment. All right. We have an Alms Collector. This card used to be really, really good. 3 and a white for a 3/4 with Flash. It's a cat cleric. If an opponent would draw 2 or more cards, instead you and that player each draw a card. So you can use this to punish people who are getting greedy with their card draw. And so I really like Alms Collector. It's probably a little outmoded now, but I still think it's got applicability in most pods. 3 white for Jareth, Leonin Titan. It is a 4/7 legendary creature cat giant. Whenever Jareth Leonin Titan blocks, it gets +7/+7 until end of turn. Green, Jareth gains indestructible from the color of your choice until end of turn. That makes that really hard to block. So when you decide that you want to give it the Eminence ability on Arahbo, or even better yet, when Arabo's on the battlefield and you want to stack the ability on it, Jareth becomes gigantic and just kills people dead. Oreskos Explorer, 1 and a white for a 2/2, Cat Scout. When Oreskos Explorer enters the battlefield, search your library for up to X planes cards, where X is the number of players who control more lands than you. Reveal those cards, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. This is a great catch-up mechanic, so if they got more lands than you, you can go and fetch what you need. Balin, Wandering Knight, so 2 white, legendary creature cat knight. It's a 3/3 with first strike. Balin, Wandering Knight has double strike as long as 2 or more equipment are attached to it. 1 and a white, attach all equipment to Balin. So when you got that Argentum armor and the skull clamp and everything else, goes right on Balin. Spirit of the Hearth, 4 white for a 4/5 cat spirit with flying. You have hexproof. Cool. Didn't want to get getting targeted anyway. Hungry Lynx, one and a green for 2/2 cat. Cats you control have protection from rats. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent creates a 1/1 black rat creature token with Death Touch. Whenever a rat dies, put a almost counter on each cat you control. I'm going to be honest, this is kind of a cute card. It's not really there because it's particularly good. This is probably my favorite card in the deck, Jedit Ojanen of Afrava. So 3 green for a 5/5 legendary creature, cat warrior with Forest Walk. You haven't seen Forest Walk in ages, folks. All right. When Jedit Ojanen of Afrava attacks or blocks, create a 2/2 green cat warrior creature token with Forest Walk. So this can be an army in a can. You start attacking with it, particular creature, somebody who's got forests, and you're just going to get the value of making extra cats all over the place. Kemba, Ka Regent, 1 white for a 2/4 legendary creature, cat cleric. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 2/2 white cat creature token for each equipment attached to Kemba, Ka Regent. Sure. Yes, please. Kasali Slingers, 4 and a green for a cat warrior with reach. It's a 3/5. Whenever Kasali Slingers or another cat enters the battlefield under your control, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. This is a really good way to just punish decks and make sure you remove those really problematic things. Now, granted, Kasali Slingers is a 5 mana play, so it's a really good way to make sure that you can handle equipment and such. Stalking Leonin, 2 and a white for a 3/3 legendary creature, cat archer. When Stalking Leonin enters the battlefield, secretly choose an opponent. Reveal the player you choose. Exile target creature that's attacking you. If it's controlled by the chosen player, activate this ability only once. This is kind of neat. We haven't really seen this text very readily on cards with the choose a player secretly, but it's kind of neat. Set's Tiger, 2 white for a 3/3 with flash. It's a cat. When Set's Tiger enters the battlefield, you gain protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. You gain protection. So I don't take... Yeah, it's fine. It's not great. I wouldn't be rushing to play it. 1 and a white creature, cat cleric, 2/2. Players can't search libraries. Any player may play 2 for that player to ignore this effect until end of turn. So this is a way they used to punish tutoring effects. It is a really problematic when people have to go tutor their lands with fetch lands and they have to pay 2 extra mana. If you get this down early, you can really cause your opponents quite a bit of difficulty. And then we have Leonin Shikari, 1 and a white for a 2/2 cat soldier. You may activate equip abilities anytime you can cast an instant or sorcery. Cast an instant, I mean. So you can go and move equipments around on your opponent's turns, just like you would a sorcery. That can be surprisingly powerful for blocking. And Jazal Goldmane, 2 white for a 4/4 with legendary creature, cat warrior with first strike. 3 white, attacking creatures you control get +X when under turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures. So Jazal is pretty handy too. Now, let's talk about the cards I added to the deck. I didn't add a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I had 13 cards, which means I made 13 cuts, but anyway. So we have Arahbo, the First Fang. So 2 and a white for a 2/2 legendary creature, cat avatar. Other cats you control get +1/+1. Whenever Arahbo or another non-token cat you control enters, create a 1/1 white cat creature token. All right, just a really handy way to go and make a bunch of extra cats. Radiant Destiny. So 2 and a white with an enchantment with Ascend. As Radiant Destiny enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. As long as you have the city's blessing, they also have vigilance. So getting vigilance and +1/+1 is really strong because now you can attack and block. Vanquisher's Banner. So 5 for a artifact. As Vanquisher's Banner enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type get +1/+1. Whenever you cast a creature spell of the chosen type, draw a card. Yes, please. I will draw many cards. Archon of Emeria. Oh, good. So 2 and a white. Creature Archon. Not a cat, mind you. 2/3 flying. Each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. This is in here for one reason and one reason only. This is to make sure, because I am of the opinion that if I have a Arahbo on the battlefield, or even in my command zone, I'm going to have a bigger attacker than most of my opponents most of the time. This is a deck that wants to play to the board, play things, and turn them sideways. And one of the things that really holds you up is when your opponents interact with you a lot. So Archon of Emeria is going to stop the interaction and make them be able to hold back so you can get in with your cats and really start punishing their life totals. All right, so that's why it's there. It's not a cat per se, but it does good things. Steel Shaper's Gift. Single white for a sorcery. Search your library for an equipment card. Reveal it. Put that card into your hand. Then shuffle your library. This is just tutor up your your equipment and just bash with it. War Room is a land, so taps for colors, 3 in a tap. Pay life equal to the number of colors in your commander's color identity. Draw a card. So I'll pay 2 life to draw a card. That's not a great rate, but you're in green and white, so it sometimes can be tough to draw cards, particularly back almost 10 years ago. Pride Sovereign, 2 and a green for a 2/2 creature cat. Pride Sovereign gets +1% for each other cat you control. Okay. And then white and tap, exert Pride Sovereign, create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink. So an exerted creature won't untap during your next untap step. So you can exert it, and then you can get the cats. Now that curse that we saw, the curse of I forgot what his name, but anyway, the curse is the curse of bounty. What untaps your things would allow an exerted card to be untapped again and used again, which is kind of handy and kind of why it's in the deck. This is it's kind of neat. Synergizes really well with cats. If you have enough cats, this might be a 5/5 or a 6/6 anyway. And then with Arahbo's Eminence ability, it's an 8/8 and you're attacking anyway. So it seems good to me. We have Lost Leonin. This one's kind of funny. 1 and a white for a 2/1 cat soldier with Infect. So Infect deals poison counters to your opponents and -1/-1 counters to creatures that block it. So this is a 2 mana play that you play early. If you can attack with it on turn 3, give it +3/+3. Like, it's going to be a 5/4 with like Infect on it. You're going to make your opponents really upset with you if you're going to infect somebody right out of the game pretty quickly. 2 attacks and they could be done. Enlightened Aesthetic, 1 and a white for a 1/1 creature cat monk. When Enlightened Aesthetic enters the battlefield, you may destroy target enchantment. Okay, sure. Obelisk of Erd, 6 mana with Convoke, so you can tap your creatures to pay for it. As Obelisk of Erd enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. I'm picking cats. Creatures you control get the chosen type get +2/+2. So it turns all your cats into beaters, and then you just punch them in the face. Regal Caracol, so 3 white. Other cats you control get +1/+1 and have lifelink. When Regal Caracol enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink, and it's a 3/3. Okay. We have Genesis, so 4 and a green for a 4/4 incarnation, not a cat. So this is why we're doing it. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Genesis is in your graveyard, you may pay 2 and a green. If you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So this is in here to make sure that if I need to go and get a cat out of my graveyard, I can do so. All right. And then last but not least, we have King of the Pride. 2 and a white for a 2/1. Other cats you control get +2/+1. So just goodness. All right. So altogether, this deck plays really straightforward, and it's really intuitive for a newer player or a less experienced player to see what this deck is supposed to do. I play cats to the board, I make them big, and I bash face with them. It's got some neat tricks. You can do some cool things. I have routinely lost to this deck when we play because I pull out something to help with the process of the teaching. But Arahbo has a lot of merit as a way to help teaching people how to play the game. So I rather enjoy Arahbo. I don't regret purchasing it even in the slightest. And if you can find it, it's a little bit expensive now. So I recognize that you're going to be hard pressed to find Arahbo, the full Precon floating around. And if you do, you're going to want to make a few adjustments to it, I'm sure, of your own. There's a lot of other really good cards that you could switch out. I'm looking at it right tonight. The Staff and Nin would be something I'd look to take out. But this is a pre-constructed deck with modest upgrades. I would call it probably a bracket 2, I guess, because of the fact that it can do some powerful things, and it is not totally unfocused. But it is lacking in some of that punch, where because its win condition is I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack with my cats. I'm going to make them big, and then I'm going to smash you to pieces. All right. So that's the list. Let me know down below if there were any additions that you have built into your Arahbo list, if you've got it, or other things that you might think would be good additions to it. I'm always ears to hear updates and what people elsewhere are running for it. Otherwise, if you like what you see, the list is going to be in the description down below. So you can go and see the description and see what exactly I put in my Arahbo Roar of the World list. In addition, you can find all the rest of my decks on Moxfield with the username The Epic Experiments. So you can find all of our decks that have been up, whether they're on Brawl or they're Commander or, well, anything else really. Also, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps a great deal to grow the channel and get the message out there that we are here talking Commander all the time, and we're talking Magic, and we're making sure that people get what they need to help get better at the game. All right, with that said, everybody, thank you very much. Have yourselves a good night, and we'll talk to you again soon. Peace!